some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both have tremendous... and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful.
Open field on the right.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season and what do you say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? The Gators are in the hurry-up. They'll try the run. Hey. helmet. He was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to throw for it. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Florida.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas's offense will get the ball for the first time. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll run play action. Punts it out of the air. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. End off from the shotgun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Turning it on. He's at the top, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Now the play fake. Fires complete on the crosser. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC.
And the defense got him at the 27.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Pulls it and fires to the left. There he goes. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American Fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 7 over Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Got room at the 35. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking for a crease to the left. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Gators! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize.
Oh, he's got some space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He slings it deep to the left. Makes the grab on the big throw. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He lobs one high down the left side. Just it's a big gainer to the 40-yard line. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Hauls it in. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gators look to keep this drive humming. They're going to run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. So now on comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Here comes the Texas offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Firing to the right, complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on the move. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go.
Breaks into the open. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
The 18 unit on the field. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Second down, he'll throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Bringing the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rush is on him. Under fire. Had to get rid of it quickly. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Off-play action. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He's got him. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Got it set up on the outside.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his tight end. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Complete downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before half. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a 1-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Looking to throw, it's Pryor. Gonna let it fly. Makes a catch at the 15. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this 1st half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
On the ground with the counter. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. To throw, it's Pryor. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. He lost one down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. Off and running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gators! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Off play action on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. Has the sticks, and he may get more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Pryor. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Trying play action. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give out of the gun. Across the 35. There he goes. Touchdown Longhorns! Once he got some room, it was over
himself a day young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quick catch on 3rd down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Gators will call on their punt team.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play it.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this. And listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane.
Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brady. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Keep it on the ground. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Gators line up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's That's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
And he tacked on the extra point. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown.
Texas.
Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Give to the back. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pocket breaking down. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's looking deep. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Scanning the field, it's Lanier. Oh, he wants it all. Caught at the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Florida! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw in that touchdown pass.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by just 2 to Wake Forest. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Give to the running back. Past the 40. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. He'll take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The offense staying out there. It's been a 50-50 proposition on 4th down. They're 2 for 4. This is a designed run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Lanier. Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Brought down, but not before he blown his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Strong, tough run, and he's brought down just inches away from the score. And the Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The offense knocking on the door. First, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this offense has had a good day, and more importantly, this team responded from last week. 0-1, didn't look good to start the season, bouncing back, getting a convincing victory. Nice job by this team handling adversity early in the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Lanier. That's caught, it's Witherspoon. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Gators really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. The Gators have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense.
And that is why this punter is such... weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He'll try the left side. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. The play-action fake. He makes the grab. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Looks as if they're going to get the W behind a really good performance from their passing attack and maybe hold that edge in the rankings as well, fellas.
They're going to hold the edge. They're going to create some separation, too, I think, because of the throwing ability. This quarterback came into this game lighting it up. We knew in the preseason this guy had talent, but against an opponent like this, David, it's impressive to see his performance.
Well, it's one thing to have talent, but to get all the talent with the new pieces every single year to work together, this passing attack looks like they're going to be formidable. And now you already got that one top 25 win for the resume to keep building throughout this season.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Dropping back, it's Pryor. Here's the pressure. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.